The knocking started at 2:17 a.m. Ethan knew the exact time because that's when his digital clock froze, its pale blue numbers locked in place like something had reached out from inside and held them still. 2:17. Knock, knock, knock. It wasn't loud, not urgent, just patient. Ethan lay in bed staring at the ceiling, trying to convince himself it was a pipe or the wind or maybe someone in another apartment. But deep down, he knew something was wrong, because the knocking wasn't coming from the door. It was coming from inside the wall right beside his bed. Knock, knock, knock. He held his breath. The sound stopped immediately. Silence filled the room, thick, heavy, listening. Then slowly, scratch, 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 like fingernails dragging along the inside of the drywall. Ethan sat up. "Hello?" he said, his voice cracking. The scratching stopped again. Then softly, so softly he almost thought he imagined it, a voice whispered from inside the wall. "Wrong side." His stomach dropped. What do you mean?" he whispered. No response, just silence. Then, knock, knock, from the other side of the room. Ethan's head snapped toward the closet. The door was slightly open now. He was sure it hadn't been before. Knock. This time it came from inside the closet. Ethan forced himself out of bed, each step feeling heavier than the last. The air in the room had turned cold, the kind of cold that seeps into your bones and stays there. He reached the closet. The knocking stopped. He stood there, hand hovering over the door, heart pounding so loudly he was sure whatever was inside could hear it. "Hello?" he said again. Nothing. He grabbed the handle and yanked the door open. Inside, everything looked normal. Clothes hung motionless, shoes lined the floor. Nothing moved. Ethan let out a shaky breath. "I'm losing it," he muttered. Then he noticed something. The back wall of the closet, it looked deeper than it should have been. He stepped inside. The space stretched farther back than he remembered, like the closet had grown. The light from his bedroom barely reached the far wall, leaving it swallowed in shadow. And then, knock, right behind him. Ethan spun around. The bedroom door, closed. He was sure he'd left it open. Knock, knock. Now the sound came from the other side of the door, from inside his apartment, from where he had just been. His throat went dry. Slowly, he stepped out of the closet and approached the door. "Who's there?" he asked. A pause. Then, his own voice answered. "Ethan." He froze. "No," he whispered. "Yes," the voice said, perfectly mimicking him. "You opened it." A cold wave of realization hit him. "The closet," Ethan said. "It's not a closet," the voice replied. "It's a door. Knock, knock. Let me in." Ethan backed away, shaking his head. "No, no, you're not me." Silence. Then the handle began to turn, slowly, carefully, like whatever was outside didn't want to scare him off, just wanted him to stay. Ethan ran to the closet and looked inside. The darkness had grown deeper, wider, endless. And now, there was knocking from inside it too. Knock, knock. "Let me out." Ethan turned back toward the bedroom door. The handle stopped moving. Silence again. Then both sides spoke at once. From the door, "Let me in." From the closet, "Let me out." Ethan stood frozen between them, his mind unraveling. "Which one is real?" he whispered. For a long moment, nothing answered. Then both voices spoke again, perfectly in sync. "Neither." The lights went out. The last thing Ethan heard, standing in the dark between two doors that shouldn't exist, was knocking on the inside of his skull, 217, still.